So one simple trick, if you want a person to become something that they aren't yet, is to speak to them as if they already are.
Yeah.
It's I every single time I've done this, it works wonders, and it doesn't matter if it's man, woman, child, or grown adult. Let's say somebody is struggling with the responsibilities of leading in a circumstance, like stepping up when it's time to step up and being confident in those circumstances. Constantly telling them, you don't step up. You're not man enough. You ain't this. You ain't that. You're too old to be acting like that. That doesn't encourage them. As a matter of fact, they probably have an opposition to doing it for a reason that started in their childhood. So all you're doing is triggering the wrong response. How about you say this instead? You know, baby, I really appreciate the way that when things happen around here, you take initiative and you recognize a problem and you solve it. Like, I think that's one of the most sexy things about you.
Yeah.
And I love seeing it and I see you growing in it. And I know it probably isn't the easiest thing in the world because it can be difficult to be courageous in certain moments, but I see your courage. I see your strength. I see your power. And I just want you to know that, like, I love it and I appreciate it in you. Watch and see if he doesn't take that information, internalize it, because what's going to happen is, one, it's going to make him feel good
Yeah.
because he probably had those internal doubts about himself already. But two, what's going to happen is he's going to see the areas where that's not necessarily true. He's going to sit there and say, well, I didn't lead in this circumstance the other day. I could have definitely taken more initiative when I got home and those dishes were in the sink and I waited on you to do it when you got off work. He's gonna see the areas where he is not that because now he's holding himself to that standard.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, she thinks this is great. I've always wanted to feel like this.
Yeah.
I can't lose that. Right. But I'm not showing up as that in these areas. So now he's gonna be eager to do that. But the problem is we think that the best way to correct people is by being negative and about tearing them down. But I always will say, you don't teach a dog to do tricks by yelling at them.
At all.
When they do the right thing, you give positive reinforcement. You don't teach a kid how to enjoy studying and reading and going to school by yelling at them. You have to make it fun. Right. And it's the same thing with adults. We think that this is something that's immature when in reality, it's actually the most mature thing you can do because it requires you to be in control of your emotions
Yeah.
and to actually think about, how can I communicate to this person in a way that's going to build them and not destroy them? And so if you're a woman that only knows how to correct by being a critic, then you don't know how to correct at all.